Good morning. My name is Leslie Williams and I am in San Diego, California, and today's date is July 11th, 2013. And I am making this particular video in order to be able to help you understand some factual realities concerning the organized stalking, gang stalking expedition that has clearly been happening to me once again ever since, and what I mean by once again, I'll get to in a second. I came back to San Diego, California when I was out here in 2006 between 1 and 38 days. Yes. I was being subjected to what is known as organized stalking and gang stalking back in 2006 when I was out here during that very short calendar time period. Okay? Back then, I did not know what was happening to me was called gang stalking or organized stalking. I did not have a term to describe the crime that was happening to me. But I did know that I was being stalked and harassed in clever ways. Yes, I did. Because I was experiencing it. Now, at that time in 2006, I thought at that time that some individuals from Michigan had stalked me from Michigan. Actually, what I thought was some friends of the people that I used to know that I totally cut ties with once I suspected that they were involved in illegal activity. And these people had very, very, very good jobs, upper middle class, not involved in any outwardly organized crime, and came from respectable environments. Yes. But once I started suspecting some things that were totally off, I found excuses to cut ties with them. And then right before that occurred, some of them did engage in some peculiar behavior. And that's when I really let go of them. So then I came out here, and then I started being gang stalked along all my routes in Michigan. So I came out here to San Diego. Hang on. When I came out here in San Diego, and the same exact harassment that I was experiencing in Michigan began towards me in San Diego, and even on the Greyhound bus getting here. And I had the email files to prove that as well. I thought at that time that some friends of the people that I knew were told to follow me to California to harass me, to try to get me to go back to Michigan. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because when I came out here to San Diego in 2006, I was experiencing the same exact identical harassment. Yes, out here in San Diego that I was experiencing in Michigan. So that made me believe that some friends of the people that I used to know in Michigan were solicited to stalk me to California, to harass me, to make me, to give me the message, an overt message that I'm not allowed to leave this specific type of group and that I better go back to Michigan. Yes, that's what I believed. And the reason why I started believing that it was something else outside of having those people had their friends stalk me to California was because when I was going to the Point Loma Library, and I discovered that I did not have to be a resident to check out material. So I applied for a library card at the Point Loma Library. The San Diego library system's trying to say I took out a library card downtown. Total bullshit. Excuse my language. And when I was checking out material, once I got the card, as I was in line holding material to check it out, I noticed some individuals that had harassed me in the Point Loma Library earlier in the day, and Point Loma Library staff was engaging in this harassment as well. But I just figured that it was the friends that I used to know came down here and were just soliciting them to do it. Okay? But then when I got in line to start checking out material at the Point Loma Library, individuals that had already gaslighted me, which was basically a term that describes organized stalking, gang stalking, harassment, but I did not know it was gang stalking back then. Individuals that had harassed me in the Point Loma Library on several occasions back in 2006 got in line behind me to check out material as well. Yes. And as I was checking out my material, and then they walked up to the counter to check out their material, and as they were gaslighting me as they were doing it, I noticed they were checking out material with California licenses. So I started putting it together that this is more than just individuals stalking me from Michigan. But again, I still did not have a name for these criminalities at all. But check it out. I did write some emails from that library concerning some of the things that had happened towards me in Michigan, and concerning some of the things that were happening towards me in the Point Loma Library. Here's two of these emails. Okay, this specific email right here was written by me and sent to Amnesty International on Tuesday, October 24th, 2006 at 1:20 p.m. You can see my name on it, okay? And it clearly states right here, individuals' verbal cues and showing up at my school. Verbal cues and showing up at my school. Okay? Verbal cues is what you got to pay attention to. And organized stalking and gang stalking is happening in every state in the United States. Every state in the United States. Okay? That's right. And they were showing up at my school. They had teachers had engaged in gang stalking towards me in Michigan and at U of M. Now, this is another thing you got to understand here. So look at this date. October 24th, 2006 at 1:20 p.m. October 24th, 2006 at 1:20 p.m. I was sending Amnesty International some information concerning what I experienced in Michigan, verbal cues, and showing up at my school. Okay? Now look at this. This is an email that was sent on the same date from Point Loma Library an hour and 12 minutes later. Okay? By me. And it flat out states it in the email, check around the Point Loma Library, San Diego. You never know what you might hear. I spelled hear wrong. It's supposed to be H-E-A-R. Okay? Around the media room or after I go into the bathroom. Now, I also have other emails concerning the Point Loma Library. One of them being right here where it talks about how, I'm not going to get into the details of it, but it talks about how white males were talking about how their data was disappearing on their computers on one day, and then the next day when I went and used that the same computer terminals, all my data disappeared. And that's where they anchor an idea in your mind that something's going to happen, and then they do it. That's right. And the same people approached a library staff member, and as I was walking by, I distinctly heard him say, "Don't worry, we'll get her." Okay? And that was basically where they were anchoring fear that something was going to happen. And okay, so why am I telling you this? I want you to listen to this audio file. This audio file right here is the last, it's about the last 15 minutes of, I think this audio file is about 50-something minutes long. This is me arriving on SDSU campus, okay, on July 1st, 2013 at 11:13 a.m. is when this audio file started. So by the time I got there and got into the Price Center, it was either right before or right after 12 noon. You're going to hear me purchasing a drink inside of the Sunshine Market inside. Hang on a second, I'm looking for a thing here. Inside their Sunshine Market. And as you hear me making the purchase, once I go inside, you're going to hear me talking about how I'll get a free Mountain Dew after I go, make sure you punch my card. This is the kind of card right here. That card has already been used, and as a result, because once you buy 10 fountain drinks, you get the 11th free. And so this is a new one because I got the 11th free one a couple days ago. Okay? And I can't find, I know I got the receipt, but I can't find the receipt in reference to this particular date. I know I have it, I just don't have it like right now. But you hear me talking about this card once I go into the Price Center. But what you really need to pay attention to is what's going on around me in reference to what's being said around me. Now, you'll hear it said at a low tone of voice before I actually go into the Price Center. And you'll be able to realize when I'm going into the Price Center because the background environment noise is completely different from the noise that you hear before I go in. In other words, once I go into the Price Center, you're going to hear a lot of people talking in the background. And I want you to also pay attention to the noise difference of once I go into the Price Center and then go in Sunshine Market, it's a lot quieter. Also pay attention to what you hear after I buy my Mountain Dew, once I get done talking to the cash register person after I buy the Mountain Dew, and then once I walk out of the Sunshine Market back into the Price Center, because the Sunshine Market is a business that's inside the Price Center. First I go to Burger King to get a couple cups of ice, and then I go into the Sunshine Market. I want you to pay close attention to what I state as what I'm doing when I turn this on. I'm telling you what I'm doing right now in reference to when I turn this digital tape recorder on, the earbuds to the earphones. Okay, see this plug right here? This is earphones, and the earbuds that it's attached to this wire are taped to the microphone of this video camera. And this is an audio file from 07/01/2013. There's the month, there's the day, and there's the year. Okay, 13/7/01 at 11:13 a.m. Okay. I'm riding my bike, just got off the bus, and I'm riding my bike to the Price Center. I then lock it up, okay, and then I walk into the Price Center. Listen to what I say in reference. I say it twice before I actually walk into the Price Center. Once while I'm on my bike, and then once right before I walk into the Price Center. Let's see if you heard gang stalking. Now, that morning, the morning of the 1st, I made a video file at a specific location before I even left that location to even go to the bus stop to go to UCSD. And that video file clearly showed me saying, let's see, once I get to UCSD, if you hear "oh my god" and "gang stalk me" and "sit around me." It's also mentioned by me before I go in. And you'll be able to hear, now, this is what you got to listen to. I want you to listen to gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, but also listen to how "oh my god" is said right before it or after it. You got to listen closely, and it's said by multiple people working in concert. One person will say "oh my god," and then another person will say "gang stalker." One person will say "oh my god," another person will say "gang stalking." That's why you got to listen to what's being going on in the background, and you got to listen for these words. And if you listen, you'll flat out, undeniably be able to see that this organized stalking, gang stalking, harassment is happening around me, concerning me. Where they're getting people around me, it's called the sensitization method, using the direct conversation tactic. And that's basically what they do. Is they sensitize targets to words, phrases, physical gestures, and even specific sounds like specific ways of coughing. And then they just have different people every day get along all of your routes and repeat them. And this is done in order to make you feel harassed and stalked, because they got to know who you are and where you're at to do it. Yes. As a result, you feel harassed. They keep you mentally preoccupied with their harassment because you're hearing it. Okay, so this is why I predict what I'm going to experience before I get to a location, before I even get there. I'll predict in an audio file and video files what I'll experience once I get there. Now, you're going to be able to hear me say twice, okay, before I actually walk into the Price Center, that you're going to hear gang stalking being said. So, you be the judge. Do you hear it being said? I'm literally right now turning on audio file number 36, the last 15 minutes of it. You'll hear me on my bike. You'll hear the brakes being depressed. You'll hear a clanking of me locking up my bike. And then you'll be able to hear that I'm in the Price Center by me walking up to Burger King and asking for ice and stuff like that. So you'll be able to hear, just, again, listen in the background, especially once I go into the Price Center. Okay, I'm playing it now. Let's see how fast I hear gang stalking. What you doing, moving out?
No, moving back in.
Yeah. Do you know what today's date is?
It's July 1st.
Thank you. It's begun. Let's see if I hear GangStalking, especially right when I go in the press center. Sweetie, can you do me a big favor? I don't mean to be difficult, but can you fill it all the way up to the top? Thank you very much. I appreciate your cooperation.
Order number 28. And what's it? Thank you.
Are you guys out of ketchup? Ketchup. I got 5 burritos with my name on it.
Order 29.
Hey, can I get a bag too?
Maybe she'll misunderstand you.
A bag? Bag? A bag. Behave yourself. What's your name again? Gabriel? Hey, that's a cool name. Hey, Gabriel, let me have a bag.
Well, like a paper one or a plastic?
Oh, let me have one with the handle. Yeah, I like those. Thank you very much.
Order number 30. Alright, you got 19.
Hey, do you know if ketchup's got aspartame in it? all by yourself for? What are you sitting all by yourself for? Is that a Scottish dress?
Oh, no, it's a skirt, but...
Is it Scottish? I like it.
Yeah, but I'm hanging out my friend.
I like it. There's no one in line, so I guess I can go ahead and come to the counter.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Do
you know what the meaning of a lie is?
You don't tell the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do you believe everything you hear?
Where's the flat?
That's it.
Also,
it's very small.
your total is 139.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, don't forget to press my card here, because I am going to expect my free refill at the 10 mark.
I gotcha.
In fact, you can punch it twice if you want.
$1.53. 6 more to go. There you go.
$1, how much?
$1 per gallon.
See, as soon as I get to my 11th, or my, what is it, the 10th I get free? Okay, so as soon as I drink that 10th, I'm done with Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That's not good for you. Can I have all the change in ones?
All change in ones? Okay.
I like ones.
Me too, unless you have too many. Fills up your wallet.
So you can always put like a 50 or 100 on top of a big pile of ones, and you can act like you got a roll.
You sure it's 861?
I learned that in a movie.
2, 4, 8.
Don't rip me off now.
Alright.
Hey, when's school start back up?
What's up?
When's school start back up?
School started today, I think.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Let me see. Yes, I do, actually. The receipt is definitely needed.
Yeah, so session 1 started today.
What's your major?
Biochem.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Pre-med? So yeah. I was going to school for electrical engineering and solid-state physics. I then switched to networking and then programming and then back to electrical engineering, and then I ended up getting a degree in architectural crafting. Yeah. By the time I was done, I was exhausted.
Well, at least you're done.
Yeah. I'm a crime fighter now without the cape. Alright, see you later. There we go. They just said it. GangStalking, oh my god. Dang, man, all these rooms are full.
Excuse me, please.
Okay, if that doesn't prove it to anybody, I don't know what would. But check this out. Right now, look at the description of this YouTube video. There's going to be a blog's title that you can copy and paste into the Google search engine. Once you hit enter, you'll see the web page that holds the blog. Click on it. You'll be able to see multiple audio files of multiple different places of the same exact identical open harassment happening around me everywhere I go, which shows that I'm being tracked in real time, stalked in real time, in order to put this organized, crafted, direct conversation method of harassment around me, of sensitization tactics, of organized stalking expeditions. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. Now, remember the 2006 emails? Okay? Check around the Point Loma Library, San Diego. San Diego, you never know what you might hear around the media room or after I go into the bathroom. 2006. This is in reference to what I was experiencing in Michigan. Verbal cues and showing up at my school. 2006 email. Both these emails were sent from the Point Loma Library in 2006 and pertaining to the harassment that I experienced in San Diego at the time and dialogue that I was talking